Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of These Homestead. Today we're talking about something that to me is very important. To some people though, they might not think it's a big deal, and to some people they don't even know that there's a difference, and that's the difference between blackberries and black raspberries. So come along with me today and we're going to go check this out. Okay, so we're out here at the black raspberry plants. Hopefully we can find at least one. That's all we need is one ripe black raspberry. Let me get that twig up. And it's not looking good. I see lots of reds that haven't turned yet. And I don't see any black. Oh, wait, there's one. There's one hiding right here. Not sure if you can see that. It's hiding right there in front of me. Right here. So let's pull that off. Okay. So, if you notice, the black raspberry is really tiny. And see how it's concave inside when you pull it off there? And the center portion, if you can see right there, the center portion stays on the vine when the berry falls off. That's one of the differences between the black raspberries and a blackberry. Now let's go check out some blackberries. I know I have some because there was some up here just a little bit ago. So I have black raspberries growing right there. There's also some blackberry bushes starting to come up right there. There's a few more black raspberries growing right there. And so the bush straight up over there is a quince. And inside that quince is some black raspberries also. And then this year, for the first time ever, this is also a great big quince bush, but there's all sorts of blackberry bushes coming up in here. And if you look at these blackberries, a lot of these ones on this side are turning red already. And they will turn black here in time. There's one right there that's black, but let's see if we can find a decent sized one. There's a couple of black ones in here, and if you look at these, oh, there's some more black ones there. Okay, so I have quite a few black ones right here. But if you look at the blackberries to start with, they start off green, like those ones there, and then they'll go to a red, like you can see some of these are starting to turn red, or let's go over here because these are big time red. So you can see how they start turning red like this. And then after they go from red, then the next color they're going to go to is black, just like that. Or this. So we're going to go ahead and pick this one right here since we're right here by it. Okay, now if you notice on the black raspberry when we picked it, it didn't really leave the stem in there. Instead, your stem is in your berry. So, and if you notice, there's quite a difference in the size of these two. And now that you have this one here, this one doesn't really look as black as what it did on the vine, but it's the blackest one that I have currently at the time. Black raspberries are pretty much done now, so they're hard to find. I do have someone who's looking, trying to see if they can find me some so that I can still make some black raspberry jam. Now, you might think, oh, look at that big blackberry right there, and look at that little tiny black raspberry. that blackberry is going to have a ton more seeds than what that little black raspberry does, but you'd be wrong. That's not how it works. It's actually the exact opposite. The flavor in that little tiny berry and the number of seeds in that little tiny berry are just crazy. Like, there's so many more seeds in it. There's so much more flavor packed in that little berry than what there is in this bigger one. And that's not even a big blackberry right there. That's actually a small one. There's bigger ones up here. There's bigger ones on the vine here. And you can get a lot bigger if you go to the store and stuff. You can find a lot bigger blackberries. Like the ones we used in the video that, if you stick around here next week, the video we watch next week is me and my buddy Bill and his wife Holly. Well, it was mainly me and Holly. Bill was outside working on a project, but we were actually making some blackberry jelly. So we had got some berries somewhere, and they were, what do you want to call it, raised on a farm pretty much. So they were a lot bigger than what these ones are here, probably 2 to 3 times the size of these blackberries right here. So okay, and I know if you can see there, and now that black raspberry is sort of hidden down in there, but it's still there. But if you look, when you're out picking berries and stuff, you might look and say, oh, there's no berries left here. I'm good to move on to the next area. But a lot of times, if you just change your angle and come in from down below or something, you'll find berries that are ripe that are hidden. So it's hard for me to do this holding a handful of berries and stuff. We're gonna get that one I was just showing you. Not sure if you saw that berry in the camera, but nice little black raspberry. And honestly, if you just keep doing that, like duck down and look at it from different angles, and if you can get down below and look up through, a lot of times you'll find ones that you didn't see when you're standing up here looking down. So now, the difference in taste between a black raspberry and a regular blackberry, and if you look now, look at that great big blackberry right here, and look at that little tiny black raspberry right beside it. I'm telling you though, the difference in flavor between the two, that black raspberry has a lot more flavor than what that blackberry does. Sorry, had to stop. Heard a noise over there in the woods. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't our friendly neighborhood bear coming to pay me a visit. I don't mind if it's one of the deer, but just hoping not to run into the bears, because oddly enough, the bears will be coming for these exact same berries. Okay, so right there, we have the black raspberry here and the blackberry there. Now that's the biggest blackberry that I found on that bush that was ripe, so I know it's sort of wrong of me to pick it and put it up against the other one, but if you can see there how that's concave inside, that piece of the stem just stays right on the stem, doesn't come off with the berry, whereas on your blackberry you can see that white inside. That's because it comes off with the berry and doesn't stay on the stem. But the difference in the nutrients that you'll find in the berries too, like the black raspberries, they're high in like magnesium. I'm trying to remember right off the top of my head. Hold on one second. I'm going to tell you some of the nutritional facts of each one. And unfortunately, I was only able to find one of these black raspberries, and we're getting ready to lose it because I'm getting ready to eat it. I'm going to tell you the difference in taste. Wow. Those are really sweet. And that's more of like almost like a tart flavored. Still very good. I like both of them for making jams and jellies and stuff. if you can get them, they're good to freeze. Now, like blackberries, you can get almost any time of year. They're grown. Black raspberries are really, really hard to find. They have a very short season, and when they're done, that's it. And there's not a lot of them. I don't know why people don't produce them more than what they do. Regular raspberries you can still get year round, but black raspberries, they're hard to find. They're almost like, what do you want to say, Wagyu beef. Almost like that, sort of hard to find. And a lot of times they're really expensive when you do find them. So pretty much, yeah, just like Wagyu beef. So I also have some more blackberries growing out here. As you can see, there's a lot of red ones. Now, we didn't have a lot of rain here in Pennsylvania this year, so they didn't get quite as big as what they would have normally got. They would have normally got a lot bigger than that. We did actually get some rain here earlier today, but those are pretty small compared to the size that they would have normally got. So normally they would have got more plump, sort of like that big one that I just had in my hand there a minute ago. They would have got more plump and stuff like that. So all right, let's go over some of the nutritional facts. Let me pull this back up. Okay, so calories. 1 cup of regular blackberries has about 62 calories in it, whereas 1 cup of black raspberries has about 70 calories. Protein, they both have about 2 grams of protein in a cup. Fat, they both have about 1 gram of fat. Carbs, the blackberries have about 14 grams and the black raspberries have about 16 grams. Fiber. So 1 cup of blackberries has 8 grams of fiber. 1 cup of black raspberries has 9 grams of fiber. So that's actually pretty good. And then vitamin C. Blackberries, regular blackberries have 30 milligrams of vitamin C. And then black raspberries have about 35 milligrams of vitamin C. So being that they're good in fiber and stuff, that'll help regulate your blood sugar levels and also help with your digestive tract. So you eat a cup full of blackberries, better have a bathroom close by because you're probably going to need it. And then the vitamin C, of course, helps out with your immune system and stuff. I'm just reading some stuff that I was able to find online about these berries and stuff, showing some of the differences with the nutrition and stuff like that. So, all right, hey, like I said, so next week, right now, the plan is next weekend's video, or this upcoming weekend's video, is going to be how to can blackberries and make some blackberry jam. So if you get a chance, if you're interested in that type of content, hit that like button, click subscribe, share this video with your friends, and we'll see you on the next episode. Have a good day.